Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in today's video I'm doing my Wrestlers of the Month for November. Number 10, I have Jade Cargill, and though Cargill hasn't done a lot of wrestling this month, she's only had the one match. She did win the WWE Women's Championship in that one match. It was a decent match with Tiffany Stratton, though it was not their best match. I feel like their other two beforehand were better than this. Since the title win, she turned heel before the title win, and then she's been on quite the rampage, taking out the likes of Tiffany Stratton, who we've not seen since the championship loss, B-Fab, and more recently Chelsea Green. So yeah, I'm curious to see where this path of destruction goes and who her first real feud will be with the championship. At number 9, I have JC Jane, and this month saw her have a fine 6-woman tag after losing the NXT Women's Championship at Halloween Havoc, but her big moment came at NXT Gold Rush, where she took advantage of Izzy Dame's betrayal and defeated Tatum Paxley to become a 2-time NXT Women's Champion, which I think people were slightly surprised about. I feel like the Izzy Dame heel turn was kind of very predictable, but I thought they would do it after the match instead of during. I was kind of hoping that Tatum Paxley would have a little bit longer on top of the women's division, but I'm going to see what a second reign under JC Jane looks like and how they can improve upon the first reign. At number 8, I have Bandido, and though he did unfortunately lose the World Tag Team Championships at Full Gear, the match with FTR was very, very good. It was a fantastic match. Along with that, he had a just as great match with Mascara Dorada over on Collision, defending the Ring of Honor World Championship. And yeah, though it's been not the most successful month, I feel like his match qualities kind of put him on this list above JC and Cargill. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what he does in December, as I assume he'll concentrate more on the Ring of Honor World Championship. We know we have a 6-pack challenge, or I forgot what they call it exactly in Ring of Honor. But he has a title defense at Final Battle, which I'm very much looking forward to, and I feel like he isn't quite finished with Bandido yet, so I look forward to seeing their future tag team matches. But Bandido has been incredibly consistent of wrestling this year. So yeah, I look forward to see what December brings. There's no doubt he'll probably make this list again. At number 7, I have Ricochet, and after what's been a career resurgence for Trevor in AEW, waiting finally paid off when he won a really fun Casino Gauntlet match at Full Gear to become the inaugural national champion. And personally, I'm very curious to see how his reign plays out, and yeah, just to see what kind of good stuff he gets up to. We know he can have absolutely banger matches whenever. So yeah, I'm curious to see. I think he'll find a battle he's going to end up defending against Dalton Castle, which I think is going to be a fantastic match. And then yeah, I'm curious to see where else he pops up defending the championship, with it being a national champion. And yeah, just to see who he feuds with properly first on AEW television. At number 6, I have Mark Briscoe, and it's been quite a bloody November for Mark Briscoe, who, though entering late, played a big part in the Blood and Guts win over the Death Riders. He also, just over a week later, he won his first championship in AEW, winning a brutal no disqualification match against Kyle Fletcher at Full Gear to win the TNT Championship, which, yeah, those two performances, just those two matches alone, were so good that, of course, he was going to make this list. I very much enjoyed the men's Blood and Guts, not as much as the women's. I thought the women absolutely killed it in Blood and Guts, but the men's was really good, and he was one of the highlight matches for Full Gear as well. So, yeah, for me, fully deserving of getting on this list. At number 5, I have Chelsea Green, and yeah, Maxine Dupree wasn't the only woman to get success in the mid-card title scene in WWE. Chelsea Green regained the Women's United States Championship, defeating Julia in a very quick match, which did cause a little bit of outrage online. But with that, Green also retained the she's the Mega Champion. The AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships alongside Ethan Page at Gold Rush. So yeah, that was a very successful month for Chelsea Green. I could have imagined the Penta and Chelsea match with her as Mega Champion. But yeah, no, it was a very successful month for her. She regained gold and retained gold as well. So of course she was going to make this list. 2 very decent matches as well. The Mixed Tag Team match was the shitting on Julia obviously wasn't her fault, but man, not I don't know. I don't want to say it. It's kind of just Chelsea has had a very successful month, but it feels like she's done barely anything. It's very bizarre, but no, she is fully deserving getting on this list, reclaiming gold and retaining gold. At number 4, we have Ilya Dragunov, and I mean, Dragunov only returned last month and made number 1 for that list. This month, he gets a bit lower down the list, but his match quality hasn't wavered at all. He continues the US title open challenge, which has been the best parts of SmackDown by a country mile, and his matches against and defending against Johnny Gargano, JD Madonna, and especially Axiom a couple of weeks ago were so good, and the match with Axiom was especially good. It made my matches of the month list, and yeah, just Ilya Dragunov such a fun wrestler to watch because he is so good. And honestly, like, as much as I'm enjoying the US Open Challenge, I'm kind of wanting him to lose the title so we can go higher up the card, so we can go towards the World Championship and have even better matches with even bigger talent. So yeah, it's kind of like a catch-22 because these US challenges are fantastic, but I just want him to be higher up the card. Number 3, I have CM Punk, and it's been quite the month for Pepsi Phil. He had an average match with Jey Uso where he won the World Championship. By the way, that match gets shit on way too heavily. People come down on Jey for one slightly messed up net breaker. People are absolutely shitting on the guy, and there's no reason for it, and it's absolutely ridiculous. But also, Punk was part of the better of the 2 War Games matches at Survivor Series. So he's had a very successful month overall, with starting well, winning the World Championship, ending well, being in a better War Games match. So yeah, I would say that is a fairly successful month for CM Punk, and I look forward to him getting really into defending the World Championship in the coming months, heading towards WrestleMania. At number 2, I have Samoa Joe, and Joe started the month at just becoming the number 1 contender for the AW World Championship again after turning heel at WrestleDream. He had a pretty decent trios match with teaming with the Ops, of course, against Hangman, Eddie Kingston, and Hook. Then the match at Full Gear, the Steel Cage match against Hangman Page, was an improvement on the match from WrestleDream. And yeah, it saw Samoa Joe pick up his second AW World Championship. And to be fair, if it hadn't have been for Swerve's return afterwards, I would have thought that he was going to hold the title for a fairly long time. But I can't see him holding the title long with Swerve being back around again. And yeah, obviously Hangman and Swerve working together is very weird visually, but it doesn't surprise me either. I assume we're going to get a Revolution rematch at World's End this year, which I think is going to be fantastic. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what Joe does as champion. Joe is always a good person to put a world title on because he's such a natural heel and such a natural world champion. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what he's going to do with the belt again. And finally, at number 1, I have the GOAT, John Cena. Now, yes, I know Cena has only made 3 appearances this month, but he definitely made them count. You know, he, of course, won the Intercontinental Championship, becoming a Grand Slam champion. The 6-man tag win on Raw was on his final Raw, was okay. You know, it was a good Raw match, I guess. But Survivor Series saw him drop the IC title back to Dominic Mysterio. But he didn't just put over Dom, but he also put over Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, taking their finishing moves and selling them really well. So overall, it was a really good second to last month for Big Match John. And yeah, it's going to be a very emotional one next month with the final match going on the 13th. But I feel like this was a really successful month for him to have, as he's literally on the final stretch of the farewell tour. And yeah, I couldn't think, I mean, to be fair, it was very tough picking through the people I had as like wrestlers of the month. I was trying to order them and I found it very difficult, and I honestly couldn't see anyone doing more than Cena this month, so it was very surprising for me to put Cena as number 1. But going through what he's done in November, yeah, I can't see anybody else who's probably helped talent out and won championships as much as he has. So those are my wrestlers of the month for November. Do put down in the comments below who you think were wrestlers of the month, who you think your number 1 wrestler of the month was for November. I said it was a tough month to choose from. I had like my list of 10, but I couldn't put them into like an order. It was very difficult, and even the order I came up with as a definite, I ended up changing while writing the article. So, which you can check out on DK Wrestling, which will be linked below in the comments. Will be linked below in the description, even like it is in every video. But yeah, I said it was a pretty good November. Match quality wise, it was a bit not as good as last month. There's also my matches of the month short on the video on the channel now, or the article is on, again, DQ Wrestling, which is in the description below. But yeah, I said I'm looking forward to seeing what December comes up with, just because there isn't as many pay-per-views as obviously we've obviously got Saturday's main event, which is Cena's last match, and the NXT exhibition matches, which I'm looking forward to. And we've got World's End as well. But the Continental Classic, I feel like he's going to take a lot of the matches of the month for next month. So yeah, I look forward to seeing how next month goes. But say, do put down comments below what you thought of this month, and yeah, do subscribe. There's a lot of stuff coming up on the channel this week. There's coverage of NXT Deadline and TNA Final Resolution with predictions and reviews for those. So do stick around for those, as well as next week. Guys, next week we have Cena's last match, so we have coverage of that as well. My top 10 John Cena matches are going to go on the channel, so do look out for those. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.